yeah, this should do the trick this time here. I think we're in business. But in the event that you ever have someone that you know, since you're part of this forest community that wants to try up in Michigan, you said Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, you just mix your water and alcohol. With the kit, I include the mixing instructions.
Okay.
So you know exactly how much alcohol to put with exactly how much water. But I use the water and alcohol for the rinse. It cleans the lens off with a microfiber towel, and then I spray it a second time, and I use the squeegee. That just prevents any lint from being left on the lens, because any little thing that's going to end up getting trapped or caught between film and headlamp is going to be a contaminant, and it's going to stick out.
Right.
Then I switch back to my slip solution, and then that's where now the headlamp is prepared enough for the film. And I then forgot which one.
I think it was this one.
Yep, I think so too. So then I always peel. When you get the kit, this scrap is already removed, so you don't have to do this.
But you're peeling it away, so you don't
peel it off. Yep, peel it away,
okay.
And then you pull your pattern up and out. And on a relief cut right there, you want to be real careful not to pull it because it's a real sharp edge, and sometimes the pattern will actually tear. So again, using the slip solution, not the tack. You would never want to use the tack on the film or on the headlamp unless you know for sure you're ready for something to stick. Because once you do, it's sticking and it ain't moving. Alright, so we'll position this where we want it, which is going to be right there. And then we're going to look at it and we're going to determine which direction we want the pull to go in. And because the rounded part is over here, we're going to tack on this end. So we're just going to lift up the film, alcohol and water solution, position the film exactly where it needs to be, kind of looking at all corners. That is an unusual relief cut because it really doesn't even, I said it was for the ridge. You see that?
Yeah.
But it really doesn't even align correctly with the ridge. And then you're going to wet the top of the film, and then take your squeegee and squeegee to the outer edge of the film, pushing the fluid out. Now that this is tacked down, you wouldn't want to grab this moisture and push it back into that area.
Okay.
Now you're going to want to go this way with it. So. And make sure you get most of that water out of there, or moisture out. Otherwise, when you go to pull and stretch it this way, the pattern's just going to come loose and slide with you.
Oh, okay.
So, and we don't need to start stretching until we get right here. So, line the film up, continue pulling it back. And then I'm going to lift and put a little bit of alcohol right here. Because again, I want to tack it. And then last but not least, a little bit of alcohol on the end. Don't let the pattern get too dry. And then position it exactly where you want it. Pulling out your wrinkles. Looking at your edges. We're going to come back and get these in just a second because they probably won't stay down just yet. And then just kind of look over the film to make sure there's no moisture pockets, air bubbles, or anything like that.
Okay.
And I don't see any.
Oh yeah, I see how it's come away.
Yep.
Okay.
And then to get rid of that, all I do is just take a paper towel. What causes it to lift up is even though you're squeegeeing the water out from under it, the moisture's still running right back under it.
Okay.
So when you take a paper towel and you come down, the paper towel, once it squeegees the moisture out, it's going to absorb it so that it don't run right back up into the film.
Oh, okay.
See that right there?
Yeah.
Well, it's still got just a little bit of moisture. So sometimes I'll let it catch a little bit of air just for a second.
Okay.
To continue to dry, and then just wipe it down. And sometimes it takes a minute because it's still, again, there's still some moisture, see? But once that moisture starts to dry out and the film gets a little bit of air combined with the paper towel, it'll lay down and then it'll bond and it won't pop back up. So we got one right there. Rub that one out. And then just kind of go all the way around the film. You see where I have a little bit of overage that was required to get the pull.
Yeah.
So we'll wait, we'll let this dry down a little bit, and then we'll come back when we're all finished with the driver's side, and we'll trim it all out. But that's it. A completed install.